Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Save with Crypto. My name is Save with Crypto. I'm here with Maff. Hello, Maff.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, that was a bit bizarre just then because I was getting quite entranced by the music and sort of thinking idly about, okay, so what am I going to talk about today? La, 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 la. And then the music came to an end and I sort of thought, oh, God, yeah, we're live, we're live. um,
You've been microdosing again, have you?
no, no, I mean, I kind of wish I had been. I might be a bit more with it in that case.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do like a mushroom stream one time and sort of just be totally off our rockers. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
I think that'd be the perfectly sensible and logical thing to do. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'd enjoy that. I do like a psychedelic. I must admit, I shouldn't really say that. Really, probably. I think that, these days it's perfectly acceptable, though, isn't it? I think.
I think it is. Yeah. I guess we'll find out. Um, but yeah, I mean,
I went to this talk a few weeks ago, and it was a guy called Dr. David Luke, and
okay.
he's a professor of psychology at Greenwich University, I think,
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
and um, and he's done like years and years of studies into like LSD and the benefits of it, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
and
So
the,
antidepressants and so on. Just,
yeah, and the weird thing is, he's done studies of like um, using LSD to treat heroin addiction.
oh yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
if I was to tell that to my mother, if she was still alive,
Mm.
she'd think that's nonsense. You're just giving a different drug to replace another one. It's not like that at all, though, is it? I mean,
No, it's not. It's there's a definite kind of there's a kind of categorization, isn't it? Of like, well, how I see it is like the good stuff and the bad stuff. The ones that are positive and the ones that are heavily destructive. Um, Certain ones that I don't know how many. If I should name them, we'll just get banned immediately or shadow banned. But everyone knows the bad ones anyway. The highly addictive
yeah,
ones that
the
destroy people and so on.
H one's not good.
Yeah, exactly.
The the,
And
the
and
Coca-Cola type one as well. That's not good.
yeah. So so yeah, and but then you also get the good ones, sort of psilocybin type things and well type thing, and obviously LSD. Um, yeah. So I mean,
There
because
you go.
it was originally kind of invented as a aid for curing depression, wasn't it? That was the thing. It was a psychological drug. It just kind of it got 1960. It got hippieized.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, very much just at the forefront of these things, and I think just anyone who's like remotely educated these days just kind of knows they understand that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. There you go. Right. There you go.
yeah,
That's you heard it. Hey, I mean, one of the staggering statistics that this Dr. David Luke guy did was he basically like gave a load of patients, if you like, or volunteers, sort of like
yeah,
various amounts of LSD, then got them to complete a survey afterwards, sort of, and ask questions that you wouldn't normally ask questions. So it turns out that 52% of people who took LSD decided to do more gardening. you know
yeah.
that,
It's
that
it's it's the weirdest thing. I mean, it kind of. I mean that and mushrooms obviously they kind of reboot the brain
yeah,
essentially.
yeah.
Um,
Anyway,
and, yeah.
I-
so we really are testing the limits of YouTube and I
yeah,
guess
so
X here, and we just yeah.
yeah, we could probably, yeah. Anyway, right. None of anything you hear on this stream about anything is ever advice. By the way, it's just two lunatics talking nonsense. So please
Yeah.
do with that what you wish. However, I tell you, I'm getting slightly distracted by the price of Bitcoin having a bit of a dump. Actually, I reckon we can find a bottom on this stream. Actually, but just before we do that, I will mention that I did a little YouTube short last night. I'm not going to play it, but basically what I was talking about was, if I share this tab instead, what I was
Yeah.
talking about, it was the CME closed here on Friday night at whatever
Yeah.
that is, 87, 810. reopened on Sunday night at 88,195, and it sort of went up, didn't it? I see this pattern quite often, and I think it's this. I think it's the Burj Al Arab in Dubai, because you quite often see it just go up and then it's got to come straight back down again. But that's sort of what happened. And at the moment,
had a very nice high tea in there one time.
Oh, did you? Oh, very good. Well, very high, I should imagine. And isn't that a 7-star hotel or something like that? Or supposed to be?
It's kind of it's hollow on the inside. It's weird.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. Anywho, right. Well, we're literally. Sorry, you can tell me you Dubai adventures some of the time, but but we are literally what's that? $120 off closing the CME gap at the moment. So I reckon that's going to happen. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, even just given how the US market tends to open, doesn't it? It kind of sends the price wildly in one direction, then the other direction, then back in the other, and so on. So wherever we go, like you can see that closing. I would think.
Anyway,
it's almost inevitable, I would say.
Yeah, and I still think this is a reliable thing to look at the beginning of a week. To sort of just check out where the CME did close and where it opened and what it left behind, because that is, it's a little piddly bit, but like it's going
to do it.
When it was up here, you're thinking, I don't know about that, and then boom, down it comes. I did notice. Actually, should we just get on with the TA thing, because you probably have more.
Yeah, sure. I was probably going to wing it a little bit, and I'll put in the thumbnail and the title about Solana winning and so on, winning the race for the year. So I might have to quickly construct a narrative around that. I just noticed that Solana had a bit of a pump, and it seemed a bit contrary to what Bitcoin was doing. So
I was long on Solana until this morning, and I closed my position. I'm now short, actually, and
okay,
I did quite a reckless short, but because it was only a small position, so I kind of felt, and I was long at the same time to begin with, and it's now bloody hell 59% in profit. That's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's cool. But I reckon if that CME gap closes, just go back to a normal chart, I think.
Yeah.
So I should just do the jingle and get on with it, shouldn't I? Really?
Why not? Yeah. Oh, is there anyone we want to say hello to?
Oh,
hello to the masses.
Is anybody here? I thought it was just me and you.
No.
Yeah. WJM. Okay. Afternoon. Hope you both had Christmas was nice, actually.
Yeah.
Was yours all right?
Yeah. It was great, actually. It was quiet. We had like family who are kind of just like visiting places all over the world, it seems, except us. So but it turned out to be just kind of like really nice anyway, just relaxing.
Okay.
So that's good. Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Yeah, went on a bit of a long walk on Saturday, actually, and I think we walked about 15 miles or something, and like
okay.
I was like Bambi at the end of it. I was like could barely walk up the stairs. I was like, bloody hell. I haven't done that for a while, and it kind of like I think it was a bit cold as well. That didn't help, actually. So on the way back, we were like walking back in the dark, and I thought, that's not that much fun. But anyway, I had some good conversations with bits of the family I don't really know very well, so that's quite good, actually. Anyway, let's get on with this. Oh, sorry, did we say hello? Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
We did. Done that. Yeah,
I think everyone's gone to the Argos sale or something, aren't they, today? Or
yeah. I think we may have actually just lost a watcher as well. No, its number's going up again now. So maybe somebody dropped and then it's gone down again.
Sorry, let's give the old jingle a go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you. Save with crypto and
Anyway,
Yes. Yeah.
is that you or me? That's me, isn't it?
Yeah. Shall I share?
You can if you wish. Yeah. I'm quite keen on trying to catch along actually, but yeah, we can keep an eye on that anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Sure.
yeah, sure. Tell me what you're thinking.
Right. Yeah. So Bitcoin here on the daily at the moment to start with. We have actually got the scribbles that I drew in. I guess it was last week. No, isn't it? Not the week before. Yeah, it's definitely last week. Where I think the TA ended up, it's just like arrows pointing in every single direction. So virtually every possible permutation was called, I think. So actually, if I maybe go to the forum. So essentially on this, actually, what's going there? That must be on a lower time frame. I think I was drawing that. Let's try that one. Oh yeah, of course, they'll be back there. So yeah, is it 12 minute? Excuse me while I just figure out what the hell we were talking about before. Yeah, so on this one, essentially, when the price was kind of back here, I guess, we're talking about, okay, it might kind of do that and bounce up, but if it doesn't, it's going to come down here probably and range sideways. So and also the other possibility, the other hedge was if it breaks up, it might kind of bounce off that level and kind of come back down a bit. So out of all those possible scenarios, also there was that one. It might just go sideways there. But I think what it probably most closely matched was this one, where it came down. It just didn't come down as far as all that, but then it did kind of range sideways. And has since, which one is it's still doing the same, isn't it? Range sideways, still ranging sideways, still ranging sideways. You know, just kind of still doing that, but just in gradually broader sweeps. And now it's just compressed again. Back to that, which is kind of then you got your Burj Al Arab on there, and I see what you mean. Wow, okay, that's going at some, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's making a break for it. So interestingly, on the 12 minutes, the that formation did kind of complete a retracement level as well. So it bounced it up away from that. So it's just about a bullish retracement. We have got this one now at 89.5. So if somebody would mind catching the falling knife and bring it back up again, then yeah, then we could kind of like, well, at some point obviously, but we'll see the price come back up to this level, maybe, hopefully just within that same kind of structure. So I wonder, is there any news at the moment that's going on?
I don't know.
That's affecting the price. There's generally something, isn't there? Scotty arrived. Oi, oi. Hello. And says that, yeah. Where is Bitcoin going to go from there? So if it continues to drop, I mean, it's kind of hitting this level here now, isn't it? It's reacted with that same kind of like area of order volume, the same pivot point, same support level. So should I draw that in? Should do it as a line this time. In fact, yeah, let's draw that in. So in fact, it kind of goes all the way back to there, doesn't it? So in which case, let's kind of do that as one of those. Trying to find its place. Kind of there. I think I misdrew it after all that.
Oh, that's the CME gap closed anyway.
Boom, boom, done. Yeah. But actually on the CME chart.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, so that maybe that's a slightly dubious range, but as a block of kind of order volume, then that gives us a little bit of an area, a range to play in. So as long as the price can stay above that sort of 86.6-ish level, that might well be an area of support now. If it breaks below that, then probably need to go to a higher time frame, I think maybe 4 hour, to see where it might land next. Because then we're kind of looking at more this sort of area, which would be like 84.6. Probably just draw another one in. Actually, I'm just going to undo that. Do it again. It's kind of all of that, isn't it, as well? Maybe that. So yeah, that'll kind of. So if it drops below 86.6, next level is going to be around about that 84.4, 84.2 kind of level. Drops below there, then probably there 82. So it's going to do the 80s on its way down. After that, if it wants to, oh, okay, that's why I didn't want to draw. It had drawn. Yeah, it's looking increasingly likely that we're going to drop down to this sort of the 70s level, maybe into the mid 70s. Could kind of draw that in as well, just because. I mean that level. So it's hitting that point there, but really it's just below that, isn't it? So we'll be looking at this sort of thing. So in terms of like lines in the sand, I guess we've got kind of like that one, then that one, then that one. Broader range as well down here, because it's probably going to need that to sort of bounce down into that and spring away. So if it comes back up, that's the old 107, 108 point. I was just measuring, like eyeballing really these levels along here. So because that looks like a structure it may want to complete. Get the old brush out. So this, like the old reverse Bart Simpson thing. I mean, it's kind of. It'd be a very kind of obese sort of Bart Simpson, I think, on this one. Or with the aspect ratio wrong on the TV. Watching the old shows before they went widescreen, so everything's wide. So yeah, and that. So we could see that happening, and then back up to that 107-ish. Well, that's the higher, isn't it? That kind of 107-ish, 107, 108, maybe even higher. Who knows? But so that's a possibility, and of course, but if those sorts of levels of resistance, support there fail, then it'd be more likely down to there. If it doesn't bounce from there, then it's crypto winter time down to there. Or to us, even if it bounces from there, we might see a recovery and then down. So that's Bitcoin, really. At the moment, that's kind of how I've seen that. Should we have a quick look at Solana?
Yeah, please do.
Seeing as it was in the title and so on.
Yeah, I've got a short as well, which is now 68% in profit.
Okay. How's it looking in the weekly? 68%. That's
yeah. It was quite reckless. It's only a little position, so I went 20x.
Nice. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Well, plenty of reasons why not, but yeah, nice anyway. So, oh yeah, maybe that's better on the daily. So, I've no idea when I actually drew these scribblings in, but
that was your dad's army day, wasn't it?
Oh, it was that. Oh, we were actually talking about Solana then. Okay, yeah.
Oh, were we? I'm not sure.
I think that was a Bitcoin ones, but maybe, I mean, this is similar, yeah. So I think with this one, we talked about that kind of area there, if order volume that was just kind of chomped up, but kind of you'd expect that there still to be open orders within that area. So the expectation is the price, if it kind of did that, then you'd kind of expect it to really kind of break back up. If it's going to break back up, it kind of come up to there really in range and then up or down. But so that's still a possibility. You can still see that happening. So like 154 up to around 163. But it's looking it's looking like a bit of a recovery on there.
Yeah, I think I'm going to close my short actually. I'm looking at it on the 12-minute time frame.
Yeah.
And on the 12-minute, it's just reached a bullish retracement on Quadzilla.
Yeah, I'll drop to that in a second actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I'm just thinking out loud, really.
No, yeah. So I suppose if we kind of work our way down through because I guess with Bitcoin we worked up through the time frame system, we work our way back down. So essentially, oh wow, look at that. That's a lovely one. That's a Christmas Day bearish retracement there.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. No, it wasn't. I keep reading the 25 at the end. That was a 14th of December bearish retracement rather. So yeah, so on the 4 hour here, that's done more of a Burj Khalifa, isn't it? Really. Yeah, kind of very much a level of support just there, isn't it? That if that retracement level stays true, which they often do, even once they've kind of completed, then you can see it kind of bouncing away from there. Very clear kind of. Actually, I won't draw that as a trend line, but it's just kind of very clear upward trend doing that. The price kind of actually just thinking where to go back to, even really all the way back there, kind of. But in which case, I should draw that as a rectangle, kind of there. So, kind of that. So essentially, yeah, that there's been a area of liquidity just all the way along there, isn't there? That the price has kind of come back up to, poked above it, came back down, poked into it. Oh wow, mega poked, like punched a hole through it there, came back down, poked into it there, kind of touched it there, and above and through, and so just that block all the way through. It's been kind of struggling with. I mean, here it was support, drop through it, then that. So it's been kind of 128, 127, 128 up to 129, just all the way along, and that's been kind of since near the start of December, probably going back here as well, kind of a bit, but virtually throughout December, that's been kind of there. So you'd still kind of expect that to just break on up, maybe kind of bounce off there and go up. It just feels like Solana is just looking a bit stronger than Bitcoin at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So do we have? I guess we would have. I guess it's all BTC if you wanted to. Sorry, crypto. Sol BTC. That would do. So it's been looking pretty strong, isn't it, against Bitcoin?
Yeah, it has. Yeah.
So, which is nice. So, how's it generally been like on the daily, for example? I mean, okay, yeah. So generally, it's been looking pretty weak against Bitcoin, but that's the longer term. So, like kind of through the latter quarter latter quarter of the year. So, but here, we've been getting kind of bullish signs like super ups and things, and this one. So even here, there were signs that downward trend was starting to kind of just play out. It's starting to get tired, but continued on down for a bit. But now it's looking more like it could actually kind of recover a bit and just kind of push up ahead a bit against Bitcoin. So that's kind of good. Bitcoin can't catch a break, can it? It's just like whether it's gold and silver or AI stocks, and now suddenly Sol is like giving it a bit of a pummeling.
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, that's on the basis of that dinky little pump there, really. But if we were to look at that, kind of like drill down again, so still against Bitcoin, but if Sol does kind of come down and just kind of bounce off that area there, you might expect a bounce and kind of a continuation of that upward trend. So yeah, if we go back to Sol then, because just like Sol USDT, and I guess it should drop down to the 12-minute then. That's looking like it wants to reverse course very much.
Yeah.
That retracement level is kind of lurking. We might still see like a sudden drop down to there. Maybe even on the New York Open, might see something like that happen there. Just like plunge down and then back up. Where's that? Okay, I mean, what's really interesting there is that the bearish retracement level, it literally, so it's in its step 3, so it literally has tapped that and closed it. But has it closed it? I think that might be continuing. I'm not sure. Actually, it's closed it. Yeah. So there's an awful lot of these coming true, like that. That one played out beautifully. It's just, hey, you know what? The price is going to go up, then it's going to come down, drop low a bit, and then it's going to head back up. Fulfilled. That's not to say that price wouldn't just kind of putter up a bit and then drop down again. So it could well happen. But I think even if it does, it's probably going to be a temporary blip. Like say if it dropped down from there, you might expect that kind of thing. But that's very hypothetical. I'm not sure if we'd actually see that. So it's the area it's interacting with. I'm just going to delete those other drawings. And bring that back on. The area it's interacting with seems to be this kind of order block just there, which can kind of, in fact, comes all the way along here. It's amazing how these things kind of prevail like that. Should do that as another rectangle. I think rectangle is my shape of the day in these. So it's kind of that, isn't it? All the way along. So like dip down to it there, even coming back to here, to be honest. Even labour the point and just draw that back a bit. So interesting. So there, dip down into it. So all the way is like support, attempted support, fail, back up. Did its big old thing, back down and back to that level again. So may well see like spikes above and below, maybe to fulfill that 122. But then kind of probably spike back up and up, you'd think, after a bit more ranging. So So it could mean that any continued move to the upside may not be a continued move to the upside. It might actually just drop and just like come back like a magnet to that range until all those orders are played out. So so that yeah, it seems to be. Should we, I was thinking maybe drawing a fib retracement or something. If we just find a good meaningful area. Well, that's very rangy along there, isn't it? Just that whole thing. It's kind of that, you know, sort of thing. Oh, you know what? Why do I want to draw that in as a if I can find it. Keep forgetting where it goes. It goes in here. Sorry, it's a parallel channel. Let's do that. So it was kind of from there down to there. So yeah, that gives us something to play with. Interestingly, so Quadzilla didn't draw in that parallel channel because it's upside down in effect. I suppose really it could. Maybe it ought to draw those in when it's. I don't know. Quadzilla works particularly well when you get the bullish retracement level here and the bearish retracement level above it. It kind of doesn't really make sense in a way to draw it flipped around. But sometimes I think when it's an overall bearish trend, it makes sense for it to be that way round. You know, with the bullish above and the bearish below, because you can kind of see that in the stats as we've seen before, where when it's an overall long-term bearish trend, the bearish retracement step 2% tend to be lower, whereas if it's the other way around, then it's the bullish step 2s that are lower, because that's a bit where that's kind of opposed to the trend, if you know what I mean. So yeah, maybe. Sorry, I'm just very much just thinking out loud on that. But yeah, so with this one, it's drawn in that parallel channel, and we've seen this sort of premium price. What are we on? Solana, all the way along there. Depending on your sort of comfort zone in terms of trade size and so on, that would have maybe counted out going long for any of these, like thinking, oh hey, we're expecting the price to, you know, it's bounced, the price is going to go up, we're going to the moon, but no, we're still within that upper range, and it stayed within that. Obviously, we know that now because I've just drawn that in after the event, but still, that's kind of how it played out. So any time that it's kind of dipped down into the discount area, it's kind of just clawed its way back up again into this upper range. So it was only more recently, really, halfway through the month, where it kind of just broke down there and kind of stayed down in this range. So I think for Solana to get overall bullish, again, we kind of need it to get back above really that fair value level, that 130 needs to get back above there and at least be ranging up here for a bit, before we can kind of, you know, start to look at it maybe just kind of working its way well to the upside again. If it breaks down below this level, then yeah, it's curtains curtains for Solana, you know. So,
yeah, so it seems funny that it's only a few weeks ago it was just hovering around 200, and it was like, oh,
is
it above 200 or is it below 200?
It's insane, isn't it? Really, just how that's gone.
I did notice silver dumped 10% this morning as well.
Yeah, it had to happen, didn't it? Because there's been such a, I mean, it's just been heading up to the moon. Have we got silver on here? Gold? Yeah, silver. Gosh, yeah. So from that top, kind of dumped. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 10% over the course of 2 and a bit days.
Mm-hmm.
These are wild moves for just things like venerable assets like gold and silver. It's like the circus has kind of come to, I don't know, stolid, stoic, slow town, and all the repressed kids are out partying or something. I don't know. Just so, but like going back through silver futures, obviously silver's history. That you just don't see that apart from there. But generally you just don't. It's. I mind you when you zoom into that, then yeah. But that percent, maybe that was quite an extreme one. So, like 155%. That was 2020, but that was following a fairly big kind of crash. Whereas this one, where did I measure it from? Maybe there. 374%, 375. So, yeah. That. So we're on the weekly.
Excuse me.
That one played out pretty well. That retracing level. I mean, it stopped plotting, but it's that level kind of led into that that liquidity area just there, where it was kind of ranging for a bit, and obviously that one, those two really played out really beautifully. That bullish retracement, so you kind of had the up, then the down, touch, and then up. So trade that one. That would have been nice. So and then this one back at 22.2. Yeah, we might if the US economy just does go into like swing time party mode next year, because if Trump is kind of desperate to get the midterms rolling and get the economy looking good and just pump more and more money, just straight into the banks as they seem to be doing, then maybe the market will swing more towards risk on, in which case we might see gold, silver just kind of plop back down to this sort of level, and the risk on assets kind of like head to the moon, albeit briefly. Well, I mean, so for that we'll probably be looking at like maybe midway through next year, I would think. So that could happen. I think because that'll be getting towards Bitcoin's probable bear market low, round about halfway towards into Q3 of next year. I think might hit its bear market low, whatever that turns out to be, and then a recovery, and it might be a very sharp recovery, just given all of the tailwinds and things that it'll have, that it should have at that point. So, yeah. So essentially, that's a hypothesis anyway that we're potentially seeing there. What we got in the chat? We've got Scotty. Week ahead, 30th of December. The FOMC meeting minutes will be released. 31st of December, jobless claims data will be released. And then 1st of January, China silver export restrictions will start. Okay, restricted supply. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if some of this is front running, or has been front running that.
Quite possible, isn't it?
Yeah, So 2nd of Jan, December manufacturing PMI data will be released. So yeah. So silver shakeout in my opinion. Yeah, I kind of given what you posted there, I do wonder if just major front running of that supply squeeze, and generally the narrative has obviously supported silver throughout the year anyway, and they're selling the news already. They just couldn't be bothered to wait until the day. It's just like, oh, just make the millions, press the button, so off they go. That means that there might be a kind of a relief bounce on silver, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see where it goes after that. Obviously, USA restricting export of silver January the 1st. Okay, and silver longs getting liquidated. Yes, part of the Wall Street dance. Yeah, and they do like to do that, don't they? It's nasty wicks on the Bitcoin daily. Should have a quick look at that. Onesie daily. Hide those. I mean, generally, Bitcoin does wick nastily, I think. Gosh, so that was 85 down to 80. Yeah, that would have liquidated a few longs, because I bet there would have been a lot of like, oh hey, we've hit the bottom, we've hit the bottom, and in fact it's only when, funnily enough, the super up signal went green that we actually had kind of hit that and reversed and headed back up. So yeah, even today, that's looking pretty crazy. So yeah, I think that's probably that's my TA, to be honest.
Okay, thank you very much. Any chance you could have a quick look at something for me? Because I was with my my brother-in-law over Christmas, and he's very, very anti-crypto and all that. Having said that, he kind of worked for HSBC like all his life. He started there when he was like 17 and finished a couple of years ago, and he was like 62 or something. And consequently got quite a nice big payoff, because he had quite a nice job there in working in Canary Wharf Tower and all that. And he's got like 90% of his shares are HSBC. So his ticker is HSBA, which is the LSE version. So what I did was I had a look for him with Quadzilla.
Yeah.
To try and, because he's pretty aware that it's at an all-time high. HSBA. He's pretty much aware at the moment that it's at an all-time high, and he's wondering when he should sort of like sell some of his shares.
Okay, I thought you were going to say that he finally took your advice and bought Bitcoin at 126,000. No, I don't think he will never do that. No, well, it's interesting because I said, like, what you're going to buy if you do sell it, and then he was on about some sort of bonds or something. So I don't know. He's got a plan, I suppose, but I must admit he's got a habit of falling on his feet, actually, because he got made redundant like in 2020. It was made redundant. He kind of like they retired him early, whatever that's called. Garden leave or whatever.
So he got like a massive lump sum, like he actually said, I've got more money than I need for the rest of my life, which is a rather fortunate position, really. But yeah, 90% of that was HSBC shares, and that was like in 2022. And you can see the price there. This is in pence, isn't it? So it's like, it was about £6.5, and it's like, it's nearly at £12 now. So it's actually doubled in like 3 years, which is quite phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know. Sorry, I know it's boring.
No, so I don't know where that came from.
I must admit, it's a bit like that when I'm talking to him. Actually, it's kind of like.
So you like talking about the tax implications of this?
Oh,
and that?
well, he's actually gone home today. He said, "Oh, I've got to go home, sort my tax return out." You know, and like literally the whole of last year, his excuse for not doing anything was like, "I've got to sort my tax return out." You know, sort of like.
That's his go-to phrase, obviously.
Yeah, he's retired, but anyway, so anyway, that's why he's gone home today. Anyway, yeah. So I was looking at this on the. Can't see what time frame you're on there. What are you on there?
Oh yeah, that's on the daily.
Daily. Yeah. So I was looking at like the weekly and stuff, and I actually saw that we did actually got a super down on the weekly in October, which it did pull back a little bit, and then it's gone off again, and so. But looking at where the convergence band is in Quadzilla, that's just gone so thin and right up there on the weekly.
Yeah,
and, I just don't know. I don't know what to say to him really. I would think that's near at least a local top. I would say, you know, but
yeah, I feel like it's been puttering, isn't it? I mean, you know, running up the hill kind of thing, just pause for it. Whereas here it was fairly sort of steady incline and then kind of dropped, like no negotiating really, pretty much. So I don't know. What does that mean? Does that mean that that's more? It's recovered, therefore there's more uphill in it yet. Or does that mean it's running out of steam? I wonder.
I don't know. It's like it surprised me how well it was doing, because I last time I looked at this was when he was still working there, and it was like, you know, around about, you know, 2019, 2020, and it was kind of like it was going downhill, and I thought, well, that's because it's the end of banks as we know it, you know. Although I do think they have their fingers in many pies, the HSBC, as we've known over the years. So I don't think it's all banking related, but well, not directly.
So I mean, because like looking back at this, the previously it's just behaved like a normal stock. It's very well behaved. Just lots of ranging, a bit of occasional bouncing and things. But that's a lovely one. Just there, boom. So just so whereas this now is. Because 2025 has obviously been the year of the big stocks, isn't it? Really, and also I don't mean like the HSBC upper management are going to end up in the village stocks or anything like that. It's just it's.
Well, they might do somewhere in Colombia or somewhere.
Yeah, it's true. It'll be something that involves thumbs, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just. It's on a rip. It's on a tear, isn't it? Just
it is.
Because that's part of the problem because this seems a little bit unprecedented, in just the way that's suddenly started. Well, apart from maybe old history or whatever, but you know, like 5 years ago, but like the fact that it's ranging there now. Does it look even rangier on the 2-day? Not really. Suggests it may want to do, you know, that or something, or you know, to any of these levels really. But at the same time, what would cause that? Because I suppose in stocks, the kind of equity performance is obviously very, very tied to the company's performance, isn't it? It's not like kind of pure TA in that sense.
But you've still got people like him, you know, wondering if he should sell his shares, and
because the thing is, these banks can't really fail these days until they, you know, unless they really the entire system fails. Like HSBC is never going to fails, it's going to, even if there was a hyper mega global recession and they were caught overextended, all of their kind of fractional reserve lending out just kind of defaulted on them, and then there was a bank run, and so just everything happened. They're still going to get bailed out at the end of the government, whichever government cares about HSBC. Well, I suppose China will just print more money and bail them out. So in that sense, is almost like any sort of drop in their price. I mean, this is purely, I'm just kind of talking out of my backside a bit with this, but it feels like any drop in the price is just like some pandering to keeping it believable, keeping the narrative believable. So because they can't just send the price up in a diagonal straight line forever. It's got to have some kind of retracing going on there every now and again. So, stop too many questions being asked.
Mm-hmm.
So, if governments can't print money, then why do we pay taxes? Do you mean if governments can? Yeah. Otherwise, that was a hell of a conundrum. Yeah. It's like, hang on, I don't know. It's like the most difficult kind of Christmas cracker riddles or something. But yeah, I totally agree with that. It's just yeah, I can. Because it's all a big giant scam, I suppose. A scheme, really, just designed to. Because a scam is only really when it tricks people. I think people, even the people who are very much bought into the whole thing, they know deep down that they're being kind of kept at a certain level of economic unprosperity, and they're given things like consumer choice, like 50 types of cucumber in the supermarket, that kind of thing, to trick them into thinking that that things are looking up, things are looking great. Oh look, we can buy duck eggs. Couldn't do that in the 1970s, could you? Not in a supermarket. Yeah, let's go and buy them from the farmer. Therefore, things are prosperous in this town. Do you know what I mean? But like, let alone the fact that no one can afford to buy duck eggs.
Right. So, I might have lost you slightly, actually.
Well, it's just the government taxes us, yeah, just even though they don't really need to, but they do it kind of to keep us at a certain level of unprosperity, essentially. But we're kind of tricked into thinking that we're in a gilded cage, effectively. We're tricked into thinking that everything's fine because of things like choice in the supermarkets and so on. So feeling quite rebellious today. So yeah, there you go. He gets it. Yeah. What else? What do you say? Thank you for all the comments, by the way, Scotty. I think everyone else is quite quiet, actually.
Captain Comment, and
Captain Comment. Yeah. Check for a movie I just watched. It's called The Jones Plantation. Very clever. I've heard of it. Yeah. I'll go check it out. I've heard of it, never watched it. So yeah. Cool. So yeah. What else we got? I think I might be sort of done, unless
that's all right, mate. Yeah. That's no problem at all. Right. Yeah. So we've obviously been talking about Quadzilla quite a lot, but I think everyone here knows what it is. Should we do a New Year's Eve, New Year sale? Should we do that?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
So so maybe if you're on the fence about getting it, then maybe wait till New Year's Day, and then we'll do something, or contact us in the Discord, and we'll give you early access to the New Year offer. And
yeah. Or so that'll be on the annual.
yeah,
But also in the meantime, if you really can't wait, then just go ahead and get the monthly, and then the special offer thing will be it automatically gets kind of prorated in anyway. So you know, you could try it out essentially on the monthly, see if you like it or not. You will, you know, and then just prorata it in onto the annual if you fancy doing that on New Year's. So
excellent. I'm not sure what we'll do actually. Sort of. I mean, is there any point in doing a live stream on New Year's Day? Probably not, really, is there?
was that Friday? No, Thursday, isn't it?
Thursday.
Yeah, I may not be available on
Okay.
on that day.
Well,
I might have a sore head. So,
yeah. Yeah. I might do a proper dry January actually, and because I haven't been drinking for ages, and I've actually drank quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, so I think I probably need to stop doing that for a little while now. So I might.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have a no sugar January, because I've been generally very disciplined. Well, over the last few years, really, with the old keto thing and so on, but just utterly lost the plot over Christmas. Kind of made up for lost time, so need to sort that out a bit. And
yeah. I've been quite good, but I probably have eaten too much cheese, and I was presented with a bit of cheesecake the other day, and I was like, it's the only dessert type thing I like actually. And it's like, I couldn't not eat that. So oh well. Anyway, new start in January and all that. Cool, excellent. Well, thank you for coming along and telling us your stuff. And,
very welcome. One thing also. Sorry, just to say on the.
I know what you're going to say.
Do you? Oh, yeah. On the Mafftopia YouTube channel, the second ever video on there is premiere. It's not going to be like a live premiere again. I'm just going to dump the video on there, but it'll go live. It'll appear at 3:00 today UK time, so in 2 hours. So just to let you know.
All right. Yeah. So sorry I couldn't watch it live. Not you know, your premiere. I was having lunch with the family at the time.
Oh,
so.
That's right. Yeah. I'll probably do a similar thing because we'll also be doing like the occasional deep dive video where it'll just kind of focus on one topic and have like explainers and stuff like that, and I'll be learning as I create the videos, you know. So I'll probably do the first of those as a live premiere. I think that'd be kind of fun. So
cool. Right. Do you want to drop the link in the comments or something? Or
yeah, if I can find it.
I think Scotty was there anyway, supporting you, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think there's a good turnout actually. I'll join you. Thank you, Scotty. Is that GPA? So is that gone? It's clicked. Yeah, there you go. So that's the that's the link to the channel. So I highly appreciate any likes and comments and what have yous on that. Okay. That's about it, really.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks very much. You back tomorrow?
Yes. Yeah.
Wicked. All right. Okay. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. And do check out Quadzilla if you haven't got it already. Just join the Discord if you're not either. Links for all that stuff is in the description down below. So all right. So it's bye from me and
bye from him.
Right. See ya.